Hey, what's going on, everyone? CJC presents WandA Workouts and Anime. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 has announced a 4-year anniversary, and it's coming out this Tuesday, or I think when this video drops, it'll be Monday, March 25th. So tomorrow it'll drop, and I think it'll be in like a V jump scan or whatever the case might be. So I, genuinely speaking, and this is a disclaimer, I actually have no idea what to expect. So this wish list is kind of just open for discussion. You know, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. What are some things that you would like to see? What are some things you would actually think would happen? I've never really seen console games do anniversaries like that. I think the one that really comes to mind is what Sonic Frontiers did for Sonic's birthday, where, you know, they gave him like the party hat, that costume, and like you can switch the map to where it's like all birthday themed kind of. So that's really the only thing I've seen out of console games. So I really don't know what to expect, and here's just a wish list. Again, just spitballing some ideas about what could we possibly see, and some things that I'd want to see. First off, right off the bat, I do not think we're getting a Character Pass 3. I just think that would be too soon to announce. That's just my personal opinion. We could not. You know, I know I've been doing a hypothetical series, but again, that's hypothetical, right? In the event that we get it. So I just don't think this would be a good way to show their appreciation for our support, considering that we've actually been asking for other things more. So with that being said, I just don't think we get a Character Pass 3, right? But what are some things that we could expect? First one, easiest one, cosmetics, right? Give us new costumes. I don't see why we didn't get a variety of costumes initially, carrying over from Pirate Warriors 3 to Pirate Warriors 4. I understand that from the looks of it, they're running on a new engine, so perhaps it was a little difficult to get the coding of different characters. Genuinely speaking, I'm telling you right now, I would not mind spending like $5-6 on cosmetics for new characters. That's just a fact, right? It gives us new variety, just something else to look at, quite frankly, and an incentive to play these other characters. Generally speaking, guys, I only play a handful of characters. I have not played a lot of the characters. Maybe, well, let me not say that. There are some characters I've just completely avoided. For example, Capone Beige. I mean, I don't know what costume they would give him, but, you know, there are other characters that I don't play as often. Like, Nami is pretty fun to play as, but I do not play as her, right? What are some other... Sanji. I love Sanji. Sanji's my favorite Straw Hat, and I do not play him as often as I play Kobe. That's just the reality of it. Kobe's a lot more fun to play, if I'm just being honest. But, you know, I can only look at Sanji's, 3 costumes, which is his regular costume with the suit and the orange dress shirt, the wedding outfit, and then Soba mask. Give us something different, man. Right? Like, carry over the Film Z costumes. Carry over some of the Muso costumes. I'm surprised base Straw Hats didn't get a new costume. Generally speaking, like last Pirate Warriors 3, right? The base Straw Hats from pre-time skip all got a Muso costume. But now that these characters are all New World Straw Hats, they don't get a Muso costume. So I would love to see something like that. Another one is a game mode, a new game mode, or at least something that incentivizes for the 4-player missions. I have not played 4-player missions since 2020. That's just a fact. There's nothing that really incentivizes me on playing it, if I'm just being honest. A lot of the 4-player missions I can solo alone. So, I mean, outside of, you know, seeing character interactions, right, especially between DLC characters, like how would Drake, how would X Drake interact with Kobe in a mission, right? I would love to see something like that, but again, it's outside of that, I'm not really interested in doing a 4-player mission. You know, maybe like a boss raid, right? Like a new boss or something like that. Like, I'm surprised there isn't a new 4-player mission that we have to fight against Hybrid Kaido. Right? The closest thing we have to fighting Hybrid Kaido in a mission is Kobe's training log. or his Combat Chronicle. And same thing with seeing new side missions, right? Because our new quote-unquote dream log is Kobe's Combat Chronicle. And that's the only place we're going to see the new missions like Yamato versus Big Mom as a side mission, or Luffy versus Hybrid Kaido as a side mission. Or I think like sometimes we rescue like X Drake and some of these other characters, right? Those are the only times we really see them in side missions. So maybe an updated dream log, or what some people call it a nightmare log, where you have all the characters, everyone in one spot. I think that would be really nice and something we can have, you know? Another thing I'd like to see, maybe a new map, a couple new maps. I think it has to fit in the parameter of the main campaign that they've been telling, or that they've told. Maybe Elgia. I thought that was going to be a possible new map for DLC Pack 5. Unfortunately, it was not. So I think Elgia could be something that we see, or something I would like to see. Again, it's just a different map, something new, something fresh. Even like an original map, or maybe like a map from the other Muso games that they have, like the regular Samurai Warriors and stuff like that. Maybe carry one of their most popular maps into the context of Pirate Warriors 4. I think that would be really interesting. And then I think the last thing I'd want to see is new supers and ultimates. First off, I think it would be sick if we ever see a 5-star ultimate. I don't think we have one in game. I think the highest is 4-star. But give us like a 5-star ultimate. I'm kind of curious. I would have thought like Badger and Gun would have been a 5-star ultimate. So I'm curious to see what a 5-star ultimate would be, right? What else would I like to see? Some special skills that are for certain characters. So for example, you know, believe it or not, Kobe has a counteractive skill, or a counter skill that allows him to, you know, it basically gives him future sight. I believe it's him and Katakuri that only really have some sort of future sight ability, right? Where Katakuri, you hold the triangle button, or I think it's the Y button on Xbox. You hold it, and then you're able to basically do future sight. I would have thought after the main campaign, after Whole Cake Island, that Luffy would have been able to have a future sight ability or something like that, and he doesn't, right? So we know the future sight characters in the game that are confirmed from the story. Katakuri, of course, Luffy, Shanks, and Kaido all have future sight. So maybe some sort of ability that specifically goes towards those characters. And I talked about this in my initial wish list that I made a while back. You can actually get away with not making new characters. So I think the argument for, you know, against Rooftop Luffy is that he's just a glorified skin for Gear 5. You can somewhat argue that, and I can see the argument, but the way Advanced Conqueror's Haki actually interacts in the game, it actually does warrant a new character model. But with some of these other characters, you don't actually need a new character model. You could actually just make a new costume and give a new updated map. So maybe extend their treasure map a little further instead of just making a new character. So for example, Big Mom. I don't think Big Mom needs a whole new character. Just give her a costume, swap out Zeus's animation with Hera's animation, and then give her a few new ultimates that she can use. Outside of that, I mean, there really isn't that much different that happened with Big Mom. I mean, she ate some of her own life force. Again, you can just utilize a freaking the Big Mom ultimate, or the transformation where she's riding Zeus. In this case, now she's riding Hera. I mean, that's really it for Big Mom. Genuinely speaking, just give her ultimates and then do a palette swap and you're done, right? Even with Kid, you can just give him the new ultimates. Unless you want to make Assign, his awakened ability, a part of the combo, I think that takes away from him being a power type, that makes him more so a technique type. That's just my personal opinion. Same thing with Law. I think Law, you can keep his base moves, and then just give him new supers and ultimates that incorporate K-Room. Again, this is just all my opinion, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Again, let me just do a quick recap. Oh, also, because it's the 4-year anniversary, maybe these updates are free. that's neither here nor there. All right, so up to recap, excuse me. Cosmetics, 1, give us new skins for all the characters, especially the Straw Hats. 2, a new game mode that incentivizes the 4-player missions, because honestly, like I said, I can solo those without ease. Or with ease, excuse me. 3, a new map. Give us a new map, something else to look at, you're right. I'm sick and tired of looking at Water 7 all the time, I'm sorry. This is just a fact. Or at least give us like Night and Day or something. 4th, new specials and ultimates. Maybe a 5-star ultimate, who knows? But those are my thoughts. Again, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys want to see out of this 4-year anniversary. With that being said, see you there and the next video. Peace.